I just want to make one or two points on this bill, and certainly not going to speak for more than 2 or 3 minutes. Just want to make it clear that the ACT Party will be voting for this bill on the third reading. But there was one issue that I just wanted to make it clear as a member of the committee where I stood, and that was the issue that Trevor Mallard made in reference to the validation of some payments or some expenditure that King's School in Dunedin had incurred, and their desire to pay that debt off out of their future capital grants. I believe that irrespective of what the situation or the rules are, that they should be allowed to do this. And I do that for 3 basic reasons. The first is it will not cost the government $1 extra in terms of expenditure. And secondly, the government does not need to spend $1 earlier than it would otherwise spend it. And the third reason is that I believe that the Board of Governors is better equipped, because they're closer to the action, to determine how that money should be spent than some bureaucrat in Wellington. And I, for one, simply cannot understand what the attitude that the Ministry of Education takes, and why the Minister just doesn't simply tell them to pull their head in.
Point of order, David Garrett.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave of the House for the ACT Party's votes for the noes on the third reading of the Waikato Tainui Raupatu Claims Waikato River Settlement Bill to be recorded in the journals of the House of Representatives. As a no, sir.
As a no. The provision is set out in Parliamentary Practice in New Zealand, page 204 by McGee, and so leave is sought for that purpose. Is there anyone opposed to that course of action? It appears not. The journals will therefore record. Rahui Katini.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to take a call on this third reading of the Education Amendment Bill. In many respects, this is a catch-up bill which addresses some legislative loopholes and policy glitches which have arisen from a host of issues raised in the last few years. It is also an opportunity to update certain outdated provisions. In its scope, the bill provides the means to deal with unregistered teachers, incompetent boards, or issues impacting